You see, guys, the art of living is making sure every single day that you always have something to say in your videos. And you have to understand how to remark that in your videos. You have to understand every single day that if you want to remark something, you have to talk it out and you have to express yourself in your story every single day. You have to understand that if you want a great legacy in life and if you want to really achieve the best outcome in life, you have to understand how to have integrity and you have to understand how to actually live your word every single day of your life. So the more you actually live your word, you have to understand it's going to benefit you in all areas of life. And people are going to learn to trust you much more because you're somebody of a person of your word. So make sure every single day that you understand that to change your mindset and to change your mindset and to change other people's mindset, you have to understand how to change yourself first. So the only way that you can inspire other people is by inspiring yourself first. And you have to understand that the more you inspire yourself, the better your life is going to become in all areas of life. So every single day, you have to understand how to really encourage yourself every single day, to use your imagination and to use everything in your power every single day to do the best job you can for people out there so that you can really help yourself in the process, because that's what life is all about. I mean, life is all about making sure that you're always helping yourself and other people in the process of life. So every single day, you have to always understand how to talk it out with yourself by also making sure that you use pauses in your communication while you're actually speaking, by making sure that you always have that nice and beautiful flow going in your speech with people. So you must understand that if you really understand people, I understand every single day that no matter what, it's much better for you to stay away from people than it is to be with people. Because when you're alone, in terms of being alone, you have to understand that you are the only person in your world that you need to always grow. And you have to understand if you grow yourself, I promise you other people will follow your lead. I mean, you have to understand how to lead people. So you must understand that if you want to lead people, you have to lead yourself first. And you have to understand it's really about communicational skills. And what can you bring on the table in terms of value? So you have to understand that the more value you bring on the table, I promise you the more people are going to appreciate you for who you are and for what you've done in this world. So every single day, guys, make sure that you just talk. I mean, just open up a video and just talk it out with yourself and make sure that you understand that communication goes a long way into helping other people to grow themselves. So you must understand that the more you have to encourage yourself, I mean, you have to understand that the more you encourage yourself every single day, the better you're going to become in terms of all areas of life. So make sure you understand that if you're smoking cigarettes or doing drugs, guys, you have to understand how to get away from that. So the best way to get away from it is to understand that it's an image of life, and you have to understand images, and you have to understand every single day that if you really perform in your best integrity of mindset every single day, you're going to understand that it's much more about making sure that you're always understanding that cigarettes and drugs have no control of you, and you must understand that all cigarettes and drugs never have control over you. So you must understand that it's much more about making sure that you stay away from that first cigarette or stay away from that first drug or that first hit of dopamine, or making sure every single day that you understand that it's much more about being alone and much more about taking care of yourself than it is the drugs. So make sure you understand that when I stay away from drugs and alcohol and all that, I understand much more about life this way. And I also make sure that I understand something, that when I stay away from drugs and alcohol, I make sure you understand that alcohol is a drug as well. But I stay away from drugs and alcohol by being in my body. And now because I'm in my body, I feel my way through life and understand that sometimes I get the shits in terms of having low energy, and I have low energy at the moment. But the thing is that my enthusiasm in terms of how I speak in my words is high and optimistic. And I mean, you must understand, because I have high communicational skills and I have high knowledge every single day to be able to go and perform at my best level every single day. And I have that potential in myself just like you do. So make sure you understand, if you want to increase your energy level every single day, you have to learn every single day something about life, and you have to understand how to be curious about life so that you understand how to live life for yourself. So it's much more about making sure every single day that you're doing something productive for yourself so that you're really learning and so that you're really growing. You see, guys, if you find yourself in a predicament in life, you have to understand that this too shall pass. So whatever you're going through in life, you have to understand that there's always a way forward and there's always a way for you to do better. So you have to understand that if you find yourself a smoker, if you find yourself as a smoker or a person who does any type of drug out there like caffeine or anything like illegal drugs or alcohol, you have to understand that you can overcome it. And now you have to understand it's a slow journey. And you have to understand also that throughout life, that while it's a slow journey, it's also a fast journey. So life shall pass before your eyes very quickly. And you must understand every single day that I just remember when I was 18 years of age, and I didn't have as much knowledge as I have today. I didn't have that communicational factor as much as I do today. And now I'm much smarter than the person I was before because I have much more knowledge. And now because I have much more knowledge, I'm always consistently reading much more every single day, always searching for that information that's going to help to better my life. So that's the whole point of living life. And now if you understand something, that knowledge alone doesn't make you successful. Because there's a lot of things that you can know throughout life that doesn't make you successful, okay? And like, for example, you can know how to quit smoking, and you can know how to say things, and you can know how to do things. But the thing is that once you do it, I promise you it's another scenario, and it's much more about understanding that it's not what you know, it's about what you do with what you know. I mean, you understand? So every single day of my life, you must understand that I've been someone who was struggling with cigarettes. I've been someone who was struggling with drugs and stuff like that. And I got myself into it because around me was the people around me, and people around me were doing drugs and stuff like that. So I picked up that bad vibe from them. And you must understand that you have to surround yourself with better people who are making content, and people who are actually updating you around the world, around real estate or around finance, and around something that is really, really helpful in terms of information. So you must understand to always search up your own information and be your own researcher and be your own scientist about life, and make sure that you're always giving topics about life. I mean, making sure that you're teaching people about something that you're interested about. So if you're down and out, guys, make sure that you understand that this too shall pass. Make sure that you stay positive about whatever scenario you find yourself in, and make sure that you're just going to go and do better each and every single moment of that day, or that making sure that you're doing better in the nice and beautiful fashion of coming through a nice and beautiful way of life, so that you understand that there's a better way forward all the time. So every single day you must understand that if you find yourself always struggling in life, then you have to always understand that more information is going to motivate you to do better. And you must understand that you have to be your own motivation throughout life, and you have to have a clean body. I mean, you have to cleanse yourself of toxins every single day. So drink as much water as possible every single day, but make sure that you never overload on water to the point of death. I mean, you must understand that too much of anything is no good for you, but making sure that sometimes that too much of traveling can be good for you. And you must understand that no matter what, that the more you travel throughout life, for example with images and breathing, the more you're going to experience life in a nice and beautiful way. So if you want to understand anything about overcoming situations, then you have to understand yourself, and you have to understand every single moment of your life has a different perspective and a different outcome in terms of how you actually perceive life and what you actually do about it. So you must understand that most of my friends from the past, and actually all my friends from the past, don't have a YouTube channel and don't have anything going for them in terms of online presence. And you must understand why that is, because they're unmotivated. I promise you they have nothing to say. I promise you they have nothing to give you. I promise you, yes, they have 9-to-5 jobs and they make money, and they're trying to make money to make a house for themselves in Sydney, Australia. And that's one of the most difficult things to do, is to make money to make a house. I mean, you understand, or to make a wedding come true. I mean, you must understand every single day that no matter what, that making money is easy, and it's easy to make money. But the thing is that what's much easier than that is making a great legacy for yourself, and making sure every single day that you're always corresponding to a better way of life for yourself. So make sure you have a selfie stick, guys, so that you can do your videos properly, and make sure you get yourself a tripod selfie stick. So right now I'm using one of those selfie sticks that I have to hold the selfie stick to be able to do this video, because at the moment it's difficult to find one of those tripod selfie sticks out there. But you must understand that no matter what, that if you really, really want to benefit yourself in the long run, you're always going to do things every single day that's going to help you to succeed, because that's the whole point of life. I promise you, the whole point of life is making sure every single day that you're doing better, and that you're doing something in regards to helping yourself to succeed in every single moment. So you must understand to walk that faith alone, and you must understand that the more you walk alone, the better you're going to be in terms of life. I mean, you must understand it's much better to walk alone than with other people. I mean, you understand? And why is that? Because other people always think they are the best, and they always think that they know more than you, and they're always willing to argue with you about everything. But what's important, guys, is understanding that no matter what, that you always get your message across to other people in terms of in silence. So making sure you understand that this video right now is going to go up on YouTube in silence, and people who are meant for the video are going to watch the video. So if you're watching the video right now on YouTube, I promise you this video right now is meant for you, and it's meant for you to really prosper in terms of whatever I say in terms of this video. So you must understand that you have to add value, and you have to understand every single day to give value for your product, and giving value in terms of life is the best way forward. So make sure every single day that you're doing something in regards to making sure that you have enough value to make sure that you're always corresponding to a better way of life, because that's how you succeed. So make sure you're using your emotions to talk, and make sure that you're using your emotions to be better again. I mean, in a sense, so do everything you can. So if you find yourself in a house alone, I promise you there are plenty of things that you can do. Like, for example, you can do writing materials. I mean, you can do some quotes. I mean, you can do a life coaching video. I mean, you can do some music production. I mean, you can produce something. I mean, you can watch Netflix. I mean, you can be in silence. I mean, you can meditate. I mean, you can also watch images. I mean, you can play with your pet, for example. I mean, you can do something around music. I mean, you can go listen to music. I mean, you can just relax, and you can read something in silence. I mean, you can go and search for more information. I mean, you can put your headphones on, and you can go and inspire yourself with some nice and beautiful public speaking talks on YouTube, or you can go and listen to talks on YouTube, or talks on Blinkist.com, or any kind of Blinkist application out there. So you must understand there's a Blinkist application. There's a Blinkist application, and this Blinkist application helps you to read, and you read. You read auditory. And you read audiobooks through Blinkist, and Blinkist is an application that gives you the summary of every single book out there. So you're always understanding that you read audiobooks. I mean, you can read audiobooks. I mean, you can read audio, or you can watch videos. I mean, you can go on social media. You can talk to people if you want to. I mean, you can go and really give your business out there, and you give your true perspective about life in a different way forward. So you must understand that if you're not looking your best right now, I promise you, try to do your best in terms of words out there, and try to actually always be positive in terms of life, and never be pessimistic. I mean, pessimistic people are negative, and they always have negative things to say about you and other people. And pessimistic people never want to give their advice to people. I mean, you said, and any advice they do give is negative. I mean, in a sense, so never be a pessimist. I mean, be someone who's positive around life, making sure every single day that you're doing your best to stay at home, or to understand that if you're someone who does stay at home, I promise you do save a lot of money staying at home. So make sure every single day that if you're sick, make sure you self-isolate yourself, stay at home, and make sure that you're never around other people when you're sick, because you can get sicker. And you have to understand that every single day, make sure that the air condition that you have is never blowing on you while you're sleeping, because that's how you can get sick. So make sure you understand every single day is much more important for you. So make sure every single day you treat every moment like it's the most important moment of your life. I mean, you must understand that this video right now, and this moment in time right now, for me, is the most important thing that I have to do. And it's the most important thing that I can do right now. I promise you there's nothing else that I can do other than document myself and my life, so that I can really benefit myself in the long run. So the reason I do all these videos and all these nice and beautiful life coaching videos and quotes out there, because if I ever have kids in lifetime, I promise you must understand that if I ever have kids in this lifetime, or if I ever have anybody watching me, I promise you they're going to benefit me. I promise you they're going to benefit themselves. I promise you they're going to benefit the world through my knowledge. So you must understand that it's important having me around, because I understand much more about how to actually live life. So if I live life on a daily basis, I understand it's much more about being positive. So I'm teaching you a positive way of life, and I'm teaching you a positive outlook. I'm teaching you everything under the blue sun every single day. I'm making sure every single day that you have all the nice and beautiful life skills that you need to succeed. I mean, yes, because that's my job. But more than enough people, you must understand, more over anything of the people out there, you must understand that they're not willing to watch me. I mean, they're not willing to watch all my videos. And that's the thing. I mean, if you are somebody who's really dedicated to life, to really learn from me, I promise you, you're going to learn life. I promise you, you're going to learn something about life. I promise you, you're going to every single day have a strategy in terms of life to be able to accumulate all this knowledge that I have in my life, to make sure that you can pass it on to generations to come, so that you understand that it's much more beneficial for you to read more, because the more you read, the better you are. So if you read all my knowledge, I promise you, you'd become the exact version of me, but in a better way. I mean, you understand? I mean, you'd have your own experiences. I mean, you'd have something even more than me if you just read everything that about me every single day. If you just studied me in terms of my knowledge every single day, I promise you, you'd be a better person. And that's the whole point. I mean, you have to teach people how to be better. I mean, you have to teach people every single day something about life. I mean, the more you teach, the better you're going to become. So every single moment is a different outcome. I mean, every single moment is a different way. So the more you understand something about life, and the more you really, really want to help yourself to move forward, I promise you, there's always a way forward. I promise you, there's always something that you can do today to help someone in need. I mean, in a sense, so the best thing that you can give in life is information. I mean, there's nothing else to give other than information in life. So make sure you understand to never ever get yourself across in a way that you have to go and, let's say, scam yourself. I mean, never scam yourself from these people who are looking for your money. I mean, they just want your money. I mean, you must understand that if you give them money, then you must understand that it's much more blessed to give money than it is to receive money. And it's much more actually blessed to give money than it is to take. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that, I mean, make sure that you're understanding that if you're a consumer of life, and if you're just consuming enough content every single day, I promise you, eventually that's going to push you to do something. So if you want to understand the way, I promise you, the way is information. So you have to understand that in a 24-hour day, you have to dedicate yourself to learn and to self-study and to really, really self-indulge in information. So that's the most interesting thing you can do in life. I promise you, the most interesting thing that you can do in life is self-indulge in information. So what I mean by that is you have to learn something. I mean, be constantly learning something. I mean, be constantly pushing yourself to learn something. I mean, be curious around life. I mean, be curious to understand how it is to be a non-smoker. I mean, be curious to understand how it feels to not drink caffeine. I mean, be curious about that lifestyle. I mean, be curious about understanding how it feels to live life without drugs, for example. I mean, be curious about that. I mean, be curious around life overall, but make sure that you give people enough silence. So, for example, my dad's gone now. I promise you, my dad leaves me the whole day alone. And I have peace and quiet this way. I have happiness. And I'm just at home doing my product. I'm doing my information. I'm doing my service. And I'm making sure they understand that my service over here is working anytime. I work anytime. I work flexible hours. I work when I have to. I work when I have to work. I make sure they understand that I'm working all the time. I'm always working. I'm always doing something to better my life. So the thing is that you must understand that if you want to better your life, you always have to be working. And you have to be working on yourself. And you have to understand every single moment of the day, you have to be working on yourself. You have to understand that eventually, the more you work on yourself, the more you will prosper, and the more you'll become abundant, and the more you'll become the person that you want to be. I promise you, that's the ultimate goal of life, is to be your best version. I mean, understand? So if you are your best version every single day, I promise you, that's going to make you the happiest, and that's going to make you live life to the fullest. So make sure you understand that most of my life I've been suffering, and I've been suffering because I haven't been living the best version of myself. And that's the thing. I mean, you must understand that as long as I stay curious about life, and as long as I deliver more information out there, I promise you I'm happier, because at least somebody out there is going to benefit from my knowledge, and somebody out there is going to benefit from my legacy and my way of life. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that I just want to teach you the best things of life. I want to teach you every single day to go and really, really reciprocate every single day the best things. I mean, go for the best things. I mean, make sure you understand to never chase other people. I mean, make sure you understand that there are people out there that never chase me. I mean, you must understand, I never chase them. I never go calling them. I used to be that guy who was always calling people to have friends. I was always calling them. I mean, they were never calling me. I mean, you understand? And they were never chasing me. I mean, they were never driving me. I was always driving them. I was always going to pick up them. I mean, you understand? I mean, never be that person. I mean, never be that person who always goes to pick up other people, or who is always driving other people. I mean, make sure that people are driving you. I mean, you see, I mean, make sure that you find yourself in a situation where always people are driving you around. I mean, you see, because it's much more blessing, and it's much more a blessing for people to drive you than it is for you to drive yourself. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand to let life work for you. I mean, let life make sure that you have everything from life. I mean, in a sense, so other people will give you everything as long as you get away from them. I mean, in a sense, I mean, the more you get away from other people, the more you're going to learn that other people don't need you. I mean, in a sense, and you don't need them either. I mean, in a sense, but what you need is peace and quiet. And you need to be around silence. I mean, you have to follow the silent road. I mean, wherever silence is, I promise you, that's the place for you. So make sure you turn off the TV, listen to silence. I mean, you understand? I mean, listen to more silence in life. Be aware of your body. I mean, be aware of your legs. I mean, be aware of everything that you are. I mean, appreciate yourself fully. I mean, appreciate your hairline. I mean, appreciate the person you are for everything that you've done, and appreciate all your successes, and appreciate, and just look at your successes. I mean, don't look at your failures and everything that you failed from. I mean, don't reminisce about all the bad things in life. I mean, you understand? I mean, go and reminisce or memorize or self-reflect upon everything good that you've done in this world. I mean, understand? Because you are the good things. I mean, you are not the bad things. I mean, in a sense, so if you want to shed your skin, and if you want to understand to change yourself, it's the best thing for you. I mean, it's always best to change yourself. I mean, you must understand that the more information you learn, the more you change yourself throughout life. So there is a guy out there whose name's Shuman Shaman, and he changed my life. I mean, he said to me, hey, this is an audiobook website. I mean, do you want to download the application? I said, yeah. I said, what's on the audiobook website? I mean, he said, audiobooks. I mean, go and learn some audiobooks. I mean, go and read the audiobooks. So I started dedicating myself to reading all these audiobooks, and I started dedicating my own money that I get from the government. I mean, all these books that I've ever read, I mean, everything like success, I mean, personal development, I mean, career, business, planning strategies, I mean, sales, I mean, spiritual life, I mean, being in the present moment, Buddha, Jesus Christ, I mean, all these nice and beautiful books that I read in my life. I mean, it's been a blessing for me to read those books, because I'm finally in a position where I'm understanding that in order to transcend life, you have to suffer. I mean, you're saying you have to suffer to transcend life. But Jesus Christ tells you that you never have to suffer in life. I mean, you never have to suffer. But make sure you understand that sometimes you go through physical pain in life. I mean, make sure you understand that you may be at a nightclub, for example. You may be dancing for 5 hours and your legs start to hurt because you're dancing for 5 hours. I mean, you understand? I mean, you may be running, for example. I mean, you may be maybe building your muscles and you start to have pain in your life. I mean, you must understand that in order to transcend your life, you have to have pain. I mean, you have to have pain in your life, but you must understand to look at pain as a source of joy. I mean, you must understand that pain is joy, and the more you have pain in life, the more joy you have, okay? So make sure you understand that Jesus Christ suffered on the cross for us, and he came in the world today, and he came today, and he died today, and he didn't die millennials ago. I'm pretty sure he died today, and you must understand he came today, and you must understand that Jesus Christ was here today. I mean, you must understand that he was here, and he's still here in the form of words. I mean, understand? I mean, his legacy is here in the form of words, and he's telling you that you can also be here in the form of words. So the thing is that Jesus Christ never had the opportunity to make videos for us and to describe all this nice and beautiful content to us via videos. But I wonder why Jesus Christ came in that time, for example. I mean, why did Jesus Christ come in that time where, for example, yes, he has the Bible and everything, but the thing is, you must understand that isn't it better for Jesus Christ to come now, in terms of to come in this time where we have videos that we can go on YouTube and we can become someone on YouTube, for example, and we can make all these videos about the Bible, about videos in terms of we can do it on videos, and we can go on YouTube, and we don't even have to go through that pain that Jesus Christ went through, for example. So you must understand that Jesus Christ can come to this world right now in disguise and start making all these life coaching videos, for example, and you can start teaching all the nice and beautiful lessons of the Bible and everything, for example, and make this world a better place like this without having to suffer on the cross for us. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that Jesus Christ came in that time because that was the best time to come in, and that was the most best time for him to come. So I want to ask Jesus Christ that question, why he didn't come right now in terms of 2022. Why did he come in those times where there was no internet and when there was no, for example, cars? And I mean, why did he come in that time? Because that time back then it was much more difficult, I mean, to have all these kind of things going for him. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that in life you must understand that if you want to really inspire someone, you have to inspire yourself. And you have to understand every single day that no matter how alone you are in life, you have to be doing your work. So what fulfills me guys in life is making a lot of content. I mean, the more content I make, I mean, the more I can help someone to succeed. I mean, the more I understand that my work is done here on earth, and I understand that the more I can actually go and really correspond to a better way of life for myself, I promise you, the more other people are going to be generous in terms of life as well. So the whole point is, if people see you as someone in life, I promise you, you're much more better off understanding that you're always going to be someone in people's lives, and you're always going to be understanding that the more people watch you, the better for you. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is, you have to get their eyes, and you have to understand that you have to go market yourself in front of people, and you have to do something today to succeed every single day. And you have to understand that if you want to be the quiet person who just realizes something around life where you don't want to be around people much, I mean, you want to be single and you want to just do your life, but you want to do a better way of life, I promise you, then that's the life for you. I mean, you must understand every single day, people are chasing things. I mean, people are chasing money. I mean, people are chasing women. I mean, people are chasing sex. I mean, people are chasing gambling addiction. I mean, people are chasing traveling. I mean, people are chasing all sorts of things in life, and they're chasing their dreams as well. And some people have no dreams. I mean, some people are so depressed that they have nothing to do in life. I mean, you must understand that the thing is that people have to chase information. And now the more information you chase, the better for you, and the more you're going to learn. But the thing is that you have to do the information. I mean, you're saying you have to do the information slowly. And you must understand that it's a slow progress. I mean, growth is a slow process. And you must understand it's also a fast process. I mean, the tree stands so still. I mean, you must understand when you look at a tree, I mean, it's very still. I mean, you must understand that you have to understand to have the stillness of a tree in life. I mean, look at my dog, for example, over here. It can sleep in this position for ages. I mean, you understand? I mean, and that my dog over here, it gives me silence. I mean, it gives me peace and quiet. I mean, understands me. I mean, you understand? I mean, my dog always gives me silence. I mean, you understand? I mean, that dog is never doing drugs. I mean, look at the dog. I mean, it's never doing drugs. I mean, you must understand, it's either drinking food or eating food or drinking water or something like that. And you must understand every single day that if you just do a better way of life every single day, and if you just really want to understand much more about life, you have to understand much more every single day. And you have to understand that there's always a way forward, and you have to always agree with yourself every single day. So the more you agree with yourself in a way of life, I promise you, the better you're going to become. So make sure you understand to never disagree with yourself, and make sure every single day that you're always learning the best kind of life for yourself. So you're always learning how to actually deal with life on a daily basis, by making sure every single day that you're doing something corresponding to a better way of life for yourself. So make sure every single day that you're always understanding that there's always a better way forward. So every single day you're learning and you're growing, and you're making sure every single day that you have that nice and beautiful potential moving forward. So every single day that the more videos I do and the more content I create, the better for me. I mean, make sure you understand that I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't create all those videos. And I wouldn't understand anything about life if I didn't understand how to teach. I mean, in a sense, so the more I teach, the more I can understand. And I understand that everything I am is what I've taught in life. I mean, I understand that. But my dictionary, in terms of everything that I've taught, can teach you a massive amount of knowledge, and it can teach you something about life and my strategies and my planning skills and my thoughts. I mean, if you study one person and if you study them really intently, I promise you can learn the benefits of that person. I mean, you can learn something really good. I mean, you can learn exactly how you can think and how you can move forward and how you can pronunciate yourself much better. So that's what books help you to do. I mean, books help you to pronunciate yourself much better. I mean, it helps you to stand out. I mean, it helps you to really be unique. I mean, it helps you to be confident in yourself. I mean, you must understand that the more books you read, the more you can know. So make sure you never stop reading. I mean, make sure you're always reading something. I mean, make sure you always find time to read something. I mean, always make sure you understand that it's a blessing for me to be able to be alone and to be able to read and to be able to go and do what I do every single day. So it's much more, I understand that when reality sets in, I probably should make sure you go into your imagination. I mean, go and be and live in your imagination every single day. I mean, make sure you understand that you may be stuck in a box. For example, I may be stuck in a box, but my imagination can take me everywhere. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that when I look at my imagination right now, I'm at the stars over there. I'm somewhere else. I'm not even in the present moment. I mean, you must understand that where I am is in my imagination. I mean, you must understand that the imagination shall always set you free. I mean, you understand? So every single day that you must understand to learn how to be present, and you must understand to learn how to be present with yourself and other people. But you must understand that the more present you are, the better you are as well. So you're learning always to understand what's good for you. I mean, do what's good for you in life. I mean, in a sense, so when you benefit yourself in life, you're just looking to, you are just looking to understand, to pass by time so that you can understand how to grow yourself. So make sure you understand that my son or daughter is going to watch my videos, and you must understand that they're going to have something from their father. I mean, they're going to have something from me personally. I mean, they're going to be able to understand me. I mean, I'm always going to be with them in the videos. I'm always going to be with them in this time, because I'm going to be coaching them every single moment of the time. And the thing is that the more I coach them, I'm probably, the more videos I make for you, the more videos I make for my kids. And that way they can also pass the information that I've gave. And that way I do a great work through my kids as well. So the thing is that it benefits everyone in the long run. So that's the thing. And you must understand that if I really live my life to the fullest, and if I really want to understand my life much better, I have to learn how to grow myself, and I have to understand every single day. I have to be curious about knowledge. I have to be studying something. I have to be asking questions. I have to understand every single day to write 100 questions, and I want to answer all those questions in different ways so that I can understand much more about life. And the moment you answer all your questions, make more questions to answer, and try to ask yourself even more questions. How does that feel like? What do you do in this situation? What does God do in this situation? How do I overcome struggle in this life? How do I overcome this situation? Look for ways to overcome this situation. Look for ways to understand in life. In a sense, so the more you can understand, the better for you, and the more you're going to become in life. So you must understand you have to be all you can be, as Jim Rohn says. So Jim Rohn passed away in 2015, and you must understand that he was someone that was an excellence coach. He was always performing at his best. He was always doing the best job he can. But he has a rich mindset, and you have to learn from him. And you have to understand, you have to learn from rich mindsets out there. So you must understand that when I started videos, and when I started doing these YouTube videos, I promise you, nobody else believed in me. I promise you must understand that nobody else will believe in you as much as you will believe in yourself. In a sense, so make sure you understand that they will not force you to do videos. I promise you, other people will not force you to do anything. I promise you must understand that other people cannot force you to do anything, okay? So make sure you understand that if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. Make sure you understand that you have to do something that's going to help your life. So the more you teach, I can teach you right now that the more you teach in life, I promise you, the more you're going to benefit yourself, because you're going to learn everything that you've taught. I promise you, you're going to learn things about yourself that you've never thought that you could say, and that you never thought that you could do, for example. So you must understand that I've been doing this video for 28 minutes now, and you must understand that I'm learning from the situation. I'm learning from everything that I've been doing every single day. I'm learning that there is a better life waiting for me as long as I'm willing to do it. So the thing is that you must understand that every single day is a new day, and you have to always have a new mindset every single day. You have to renew your mind. You have to understand every single day you have to always be positive with yourself and other people, and you must never hurt this world. You must understand every single day you have to always do the best job you can to really, really succeed. So that's the whole point of living life, and that's the whole point of making sure that your life is successful. So make sure you're understanding that every single day is always going to be the best day for you. So that way you understand that no matter what happens, that life is going to always treasure you the more you treasure yourself. So you must understand that if you really want to understand everything that I've taught, for example, I promise you I've learned so much things that I've learned how to live life in a better way, but now it's just doing it. In a sense, I have to do it alone. and I have to understand that nobody can do it for me. I mean, I understand that. So that's the thing about me. I mean, I have to understand every single day that there's always a way that I can always grow myself, and I can always do my life. I can always push myself. And you must understand that my body right now is very tired. I understand, but the thing is that my energy in terms of my words are never tired. I can never get tired in my words. I mean, in a sense, so when I live in my words, and when I live in the actual form of my imagination, I promise you, my imagination is never tired. I promise you, I can never get tired in my imagination. I mean, in a sense, so in my reality, I promise you, my reality right now, I promise you, I'm not tired in my reality. I mean, you must understand that I'm really, really something much more beyond this world every single day. So I'm always thinking beyond. I'm always thinking what to say, but I'm also doing what to say at the same time. I'm making sure every single day I'm doing my words. I'm doing something that's coming true for me. I'm making sure I'm planting a little seed. I'm planting a little seed in my life, and I'm making sure I'm going to flower that seed. I'm going to flower into the blossom of my life. I'm going to make sure every single day I'm going to be a blossom for life. I mean, I'm going to blossom in a nice and beautiful fashion. So the thing is that you have to always understand that everything that is big starts very small. I mean, in a sense, so you have to understand, if you want to make big changes in the world, you have to understand to make small changes in the world. So make sure you understand that everything that was ever built that's very big today started off small. I mean, in a sense, so you have to make small little tweaks in your life. I mean, make small little tweaks in your life, and that way you actually have a positive life. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is, stay away from cigarettes. I mean, stay away from drugs out there. I mean, stay away from most of life out there. I mean, stay away from people the most. I mean, try to stay away from people. I mean, try to understand to stay with yourself and try to be with yourself even more. I mean, try to understand to stay away from drugs while you're alone, and that way you actually do better. You see, guys, it's a matter of perspective. So if you really want to grow yourself every single day, you have to learn how to grow. You have to understand every single day to do your best job for yourself, to understand other people, and to understand that life is working for you. I mean, every single day, life is always on the brink of dawn, helping you to grow yourself in the best way possible. So you must understand that God's always working for you behind the scenes, and God wants you to prosper. I mean, God always wants you to do better than yourself. I mean, in a sense that what you have to do every single day is learn to love yourself. I mean, learn to understand every single day is a new day for yourself, to understand how to actually abbreviate for yourself. So when you're abbreviating, okay, what you need to do is you need to talk words, and you have to understand that every single day is always going to be a nice, beautiful day for you. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that if you have parents who talk negative to you, make sure that you get away from that vibe. I mean, make sure you get away from those people who talk negatively to you. I mean, never be around people who talk you down. Okay, because my dad over here, he talks me down all the time. And he's always talking me down. He's only ever good to me when I give him money, or when I actually am doing something for him. Okay, he's only good for me when I'm actually doing something for him. But when I'm not doing anything for him, I promise you, he gets very negative around me. Okay, so the best thing for me to do every single day is to grow my YouTube channel and to grow everything that I have every single day. Because I understand that every single day is like my last day on the planet, okay? So I have to learn to be promiscuous in a way that I'm growing myself in a nice and beautiful way. But what I want to do is I want to achieve a goal of making sure that I go on TikTok, for example, and just be on TikTok and learn to go on the vibe of myself, in terms of to learn to have a vibe for myself every single day, to go and be live and just speak out all these nice and beautiful words out there that I can really, really give, so that I can help myself to explain better about life. So what I want to do on a daily basis is just grow my account. I have to grow my business. I have to make sure every single day that my business is information. So the more I grow my information, the better for me. So every single day I have something to do. Every single day I'm always growing myself in a different way. I'm making sure that I have enough food and drink every single day to live my life. And I have to always correspond to a better way of life for myself, so that I can grow myself in the best way possible. So every single day I'm understanding that if you want to really grow yourself every single day, you have to learn how to prosper. You have to learn how to succeed, and you have to learn how to actually be always encouraging yourself through videos and making sure that you're always learning how to grow yourself within means. So make sure you understand every single day you have to do your synonyms and antonyms, which is very important. Every single day to build vocabulary for yourself is the best thing, because that way you can imagine much more words and you can imagine much more about what you're saying. So for example, when you're imaginating through words and through discounts and through everything that you're doing in life, you have to understand every single day you're always looking for the better investment,
and you're looking for better ways of doing things. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, make sure that you understand it's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know. I mean, it's so important to understand that I have all these books in my vocabulary, for example, but it's also that you have to understand it's not what I know, it's what I do with what I know that counts. I mean, in a sense, so if you're not doing the knowledge, I mean, if you're not doing that knowledge for yourself, then you're always going to be failing at something. So make sure you understand that you have to fail to grow, but you have to understand that you have to learn how to always learn from your mistakes. So I've had women in my past who have been chasing me, for example, but the thing is that I was the one chasing them. I mean, I was the one chasing them to some extent. And because I was chasing them, I was never happy. I was never happy chasing other people. I mean, in a sense, so I was finding myself, and I found myself in the position where I was at the age of 22. I had no friends, for example, and similar to what I have now. And you must understand that the difference is that I have a better mindset in terms of being away from these people, because I understand that they don't satisfy me. And I understand better friendship rules now. I understand how to be a friend. So, for example, in terms of my friend John Wiseman, he doesn't contact me much. But the thing is that I don't want to contact him, because the thing is that I want to try to move away from him as much as possible. And now he's one of my best friends in life at the moment. But the thing is that he always makes me go toward him. I mean, yes, and so the thing is, it's myself and it's my fault that I always go up to him. I mean, yes, but the thing is that no matter what, that I don't have to do that for myself anymore. And the thing is that it's more about other people coming toward me and other people working for me to make sure that they always give me what I deserve. So make sure you understand that if you want to send quotes to people like I do, for example, so I send quotes to people, and I just send quotes to teach people about my mindset. And you must understand that it's very important to do so, because you must understand how to never expect anything in return. So there's this girl, Natasha Djurdjevic, for example, and now she is not on good terms with me, for example, and you must understand I send her quotes just to make sure that she has some knowledge around me in terms of life. But the more quotes you send people, the more they respect you, okay? And the more they respect you, the better for you. So make sure you understand that you must never ever expect anything in return from people that you send quotes to. I mean, you must understand why I make quotes. I make a lot of quotes because it makes me come true. I mean, it makes me help myself to grow. And the thing is that I want to grow my YouTube channel every single day. I want to make sure I'm always growing my YouTube channel in the way of words every single day, and so that I can actually inspire someone out there who actually believes in what I have to say. And the thing is that the more I inspire myself to grow, and the more I inspire myself to learn and grow, I'm understanding that's how I actually live life. So every single day I inspire people through videos and through content, and content drives you to become popular. So the more information you give out, the bigger impact you make in the world. And just like Vishen Lakhiani says in the book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, I mean, try to bend reality. I mean, try to impact the world in a positive way. I mean, try to always contribute the best things that you can into the world for yourself to actually grow. So if I didn't start my YouTube channel, I don't know where I'd be today, to be honest. I don't know exactly, I don't know where I would be in terms of information. I mean, you must understand that I'd definitely be somewhere worse off than actually better off. And you must understand, if I didn't make all these life coaching videos, and if I didn't make all these quotes come true, I'd be so stupid. I'd be so unaware of my potential. And you must understand that the more I grow my words, for example, and the more I grow my social media, the more chance I have to reach other people, and the more chance I have to grow and excel in my business. And now my business is just giving you information. I mean, giving myself the information, for example, and passing it on to you. I mean, the more information I drive into the world, the more my kids, for example, can always learn from me. And the more my kids learn from me, the more they can also inspire you and generations to come through information. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that all you can really leave behind is content. I mean, you must understand everything that you are is content. I mean, you are information. And the more information you have, the better resource you are. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you have to learn how to get resources for yourself. So learn to go for the resource. I mean, go for the information. I mean, for example, Grant Cardone will teach you right now how to actually invest in real estate. And you have to understand to be looking at deals. And you have to understand that real estate is a game where you have to learn how to actually go about information. And sometimes you have to ask the same question 5 times to somebody to actually see exactly what they are saying and to see if it rings true for you. Just like Grant Cardone. I mean, Grant Cardone, for example, asks someone 5 questions, the same, I mean, he asks the same questions to the same person 5 times, just to get a reaction from them, to see if they're telling the truth or if they're lying. I mean, yes, and so the whole point of life is always question everything. I mean, yes, I mean, the more you question things, the more you're going to be able to inspire someone to grow. I mean, and so the thing is about life, if you want to really deal on life, I mean, if you want to deal with life on a daily basis in a nice and beautiful, positive way, you have to learn how to be positive with yourself. So positivity is going to get you further than negativity ever will, as Zig Ziglar said. So you must understand that if you don't read from people, I mean, if you're not watching people, I mean, if you're not reading from other people and watching them, I promise you, then you're going to have less awareness. So what I do, for example, is on Netflix, for example, I go through all these kids films. I watch a lot of kids stuff these days. And why is that? Because I have a kid in me. I have a kid in me who wants to live life through cartoons. I mean, yes, now I want to be able to watch cartoons again. And I want to be able to go and reminisce about all these imaginational cartoons that I've ever watched in my life. And the thing is that cartoons spark you to have an imagination for yourself. And it makes you be beneficial for other people in terms of being able to imagine for someone to actually grow. So you must understand that if you want to understand how to actually impact the world in a better way, you must understand to create something. So the more you create an application where people can go and imagine things for themselves, the better for you to understand that you can create anything. I mean, you can be able to create, for example, an application for weight loss or an application for just imaginative stuff. So the thing is that you have to invest some money into it and you have to believe in it, because if you don't believe in it, nobody else will. And if you don't believe in yourself, I promise you, other people won't believe in you as much as you do in yourself. So believe in yourself strongly and make sure you have hope in life. So make sure you have this hope in you that one day you will prosper and that one day you will be someone that you want to be. I mean, yes. And so, for example, things in my life where I understand that I haven't been doing so well in terms of things that in my life, in terms of my habits. I mean, yes. And so you must understand that, how do I approach this? I mean, how do I approach my attempt at my habits? I mean, you must understand that when I do smoke cigarettes, for example, I understand, I remain positive about it. I understand that I may attract cancer in my life. But the thing is that if it's my time to go, then I'm happy to go. I'm happy to leave this life right now. But why is that? I mean, you must understand that it's because I understand something. I understand this life. I understand what's going on in this life. I understand exactly what I need to do to succeed. And if I promise you, if today was my last day in the planet, I promise you I'll make a whole YouTube video. I'd make one whole nice and beautiful segment of YouTube videos for you guys out there to just succeed and to just have my last words in the planet. And you must understand that I'm going to be someone who's going to grow, and I'm going to understand either way that I'm always going to transcend my ego in terms of death. So you must understand that death comes after life and life comes after death, okay? So you must understand that in life you don't die, okay? You die slowly, but you grow slowly as well. So while you're growing, you're actually dying as well, but you're never dying spiritually, you're dying physically, okay? So your physical body is going to be lower on energy when it's 50 than when it's 25, okay? And for example, they said on the internet that, for example, that a person's health in terms of physical health starts to decline at the age of 50. And you must understand that it's not the health that declines, it's really that the body declines from age 50. And you must understand that your body's always declining. I mean, your body's always declining in energy, okay? But the thing is that I promise you, what happens is you get older, okay? You get older in life. And you must understand that when you get older, you get wiser, okay? And that's the thing. I mean, you have to live to understand my grandfather's way of life. I mean, you must understand my grandfather, I mean, he had some life. I mean, he lived up to 94 years of age. And the thing is that to be able to live up to 94 years of age, doing your work in the planet and making sure that you're satisfying other people in terms of life, but making sure that you're satisfying other people in terms of videos and content and information, rather than people pleasing. I'm not trying to people please you right now. I'm not trying to please you. I'm trying to grow you. I'm trying to understand. I'm not a people pleaser. I don't go after people trying to please them. Okay? Because people can never be pleased. Okay? I mean, the thing is that you can never make somebody happy. I promise you, happiness happens from the inside. I mean, anything that's really something that really grows in life happens from the inside. So, for example, a tree never goes to other trees trying to people please other trees. I mean, the tree stands still in one ground and stands firm and tries to grow himself and herself the most it can. I mean, a tree tries to grow the most it can every single day. So for example, why are some trees taller than others? I mean, you must understand that some trees have more nutrition. I mean, some trees have more sunlight. I mean, some trees have much more riches and more land than other trees. I mean, you must understand. So, for example, why is some grass much more larger than other grass? I mean, you must understand that some grass has more rain than other types of grass. I mean, you have to understand. So, for example, why are so many people successful while others are really in turmoil and really not living a great lifestyle for themselves? So why is that? Because habits. I mean, you must understand, habits is the #1 way where you can always shape your life. I mean, you can always make a better image of yourself. And that's the whole point of life. I mean, the whole point of life is to make one image of yourself that's much better than yesterday. And if you're really learning something from my videos, that you must understand my attitude. And my attitude toward life is a great thing. And I have a great attitude toward everything in life. I mean, you must understand, I never have problems with other people. I mean, you must understand, the last time I have a problem with other people is with my dad. Okay? And now, you must understand that once I move away from my dad, I don't have any problems with him anymore. I mean, you must understand that he himself is the problem, okay? And now, you must understand that the problem also is a solution. So, you must understand, my dad's a problem, but he's also the solution in some other ways. So, you must understand that my dad has good effects and he has bad effects. So, when you're around him, be happy to smoke cigarettes, okay? And you must understand that it's not that, unfortunately, it's really, he smokes cigarettes in front of you, okay? And the thing is that if you're around him, he'll smoke in front of you. And he doesn't care about your health if you're in front of him. And he will feed you meat pie. I mean, he'll feed you pizza. I mean, he'll feed you lasagna. I mean, he'll feed you kebab. I mean, he'll feed you all this meat that he eats that he never eats, for example. I mean, he never eats kebabs, but he feeds me kebabs. I mean, he never eats meat pie, but he buys me meat pie. He never eats pizza, but he feeds me pizza. I mean, he feeds me all this stuff that he doesn't eat, for example. I mean, he'll go and he'll get me McDonald's, for example. I mean, he doesn't eat McDonald's. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is, you must understand that if you're somebody who's always getting other people what you don't eat, for example, I mean, why would you do that? I mean, you must understand, you must always go and feed other people the way you feed yourself. I mean, in a sense, so for myself, I'll never ever feed you anything other than vegan food. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that with me, I'm a vegan. So you must understand that because I'm a vegan, I'm much more happy to be in the moment. But the thing is that I failed recently. I recently failed in terms of my veganism. And you must understand that for about a month, I was eating meat, okay? And now, why was I eating meat? Because the thing in my life, I was craving meat in some other ways. But I can stay away from it. I understand exactly what I need to do. And I understand that other people don't see what I see. I mean, and that's why I want to give you that information. I want to give you that information. I want to go study. I want to go and explore. And the best way to explore is to explore information and to explore a different variety of people and watch other people in terms of how they grow. And if you're really understanding that, you study people. I mean, study people and the way they act and the way they react and the way they do things. I mean, you have to understand. So TikTok is a nice and beautiful thing for me right now, where I can go online and I can get free views and free materials and free ways of life, where I can go and understand. I have free Wi-Fi from my dad at the moment. So the thing about TikTok is you can build an audience for yourself. And when you build an audience for yourself, you have to start from scratch and you have to start from somewhere. So really understand every single day is about prosperity, and it's about really giving your thoughts into the world, making sure every single day that people get what they deserve. I mean, in a sense, so all that people deserve is information. I mean, you must understand all that Jesus Christ ever gave you is information. And that's all you ever need. I'm pretty sure all you ever need is information. So information from images or information from actual words or advice. But the thing is that all you ever need is the Bible, okay? And you must understand, if you really listen to the Bible and if you really understand the Bible, I promise you, Jesus Christ never ever chased other people, okay? I mean, Jesus Christ always chased himself the most. And you must understand that when Jesus goes up to other people, I promise you, he gets killed, okay? So make sure you understand that Jesus Christ chased other people, okay? And he chased other people and they killed him, okay? And you must understand, that's why you never chase other people, okay? You never chase other people by Jesus Christ's standard. You must understand that if you chase other people, I promise you, other people will kill you. And the thing is, if you want to do a better life, you must learn from Jesus Christ, okay? So You must understand that photo right there. I mean, that's Jesus Christ right there. I mean, you can see he's nice and beautiful. I mean, that's nothing like Jesus Christ, but it's like a cartoon version of him, okay? And now, if you understand something about life, you must understand every single day, always look to the greater good. I mean, always understand to do better than yesterday. I mean, look for ways to grow. I mean, you must understand that the body's going to die. I mean, your body's going to die, okay? And the spiritual you is what you have gave in this world. I mean, you are something that even if you didn't do all these videos that I done, for example, I mean, even if you didn't do a YouTube channel in your life, I mean, even if you don't do information giving as much as possible, okay, I mean, you're still worthy, okay, and you're still someone to understand something about life. And even if you don't understand anything about life, you must understand that God's doing the work for you, and God's always doing the work for you if you are not willing to do the work, okay? So, for example, if I don't do my YouTube channel and if I don't do my social media, I promise you nobody else is going to do it for me. I understand that, and it's my responsibility to give you information and to give you Danny Milivojevic. I mean, you understand? So there's only one of me. I promise you, there's only one image that you're ever going to see of this one. I mean, there's only one image of Danny Milivojevic. I mean, you understand? So the image that I want you to truly remember of Danny Milivojevic is the information I gave. Okay, the information I gave is what I want you to remember about Danny Milivojevic. And you must understand that, for example, long after I'm gone, yeah, babe. I see, so I apologize for that because my phone actually went disconnected for some reason. Actually, for the reason that my phone was actually low battery and then it died on me. So the thing is that now what I want to show you is to give advice to people. So be able to give advice as much as you can. But you must understand that when you're giving advice to people, what I've learned in my life is stay away from people when you're giving advice to people, okay? But listen to me. You must understand that if you're giving advice in front of people, now the thing is that people get violent, okay? Especially on the street in terms of busking performances. I mean, 1 in 100 people are going to get violent with you, okay? And you must understand that every single day that if you stay away from people, always, I mean, look at Jesus Christ. I mean, look, Jesus Christ today in this world will do his work on YouTube and do his work on social media and try to grow his account as much as possible on social media and try to grow his business on social media as much as possible, okay? And what he wants to do is he wants me to go and put information out forth into the world as much as possible so that I understand much more about life. And that's my duty. I mean, that's what I do on a daily basis, okay? So what I want to do every single day from now on is I want to push everything that I know and everything that I am into the world as much as possible in terms of information, okay? And now you may be asking yourself, but Danny, how do I start? I mean, but Danny, how do I actually get my information across? Okay, so how do you start information? I mean, you must understand, first you have to start reading, okay? But first you have to understand, you have to read something to live life, okay? You must understand to learn how to read. So when you're actually reading, I'm reading this video right now. I have to read to live life, okay? I have to read something to live life. So the whole point is to live life first, okay? So when you're living life first, you have to have hope to live life, okay? You have to have hope to live life. So when you have hope, what you do is once you have hope, you start to express your story, okay? You start to express yourself. So express yourself in any kind of means. So for example, if you have a child, or if you have anybody in your family that doesn't express themselves, teach them how to express themselves by making sure that you're doing it yourself and making sure that you understand that, first of all, you have to understand to start from your age. I mean, start from who you are. I mean, start from what you have been through in life and start teaching people what you've done in certain situations and why did you do it and how did you do it and with whom did you do it and where did you do it and why did you do it, okay? And then make sure you understand, that way you make a video and that way you keep going about your story, okay? So then make sure you understand right now you have to reach a market of people. So look at when you reach a market of people, learn to strategize exactly how to do that. I mean, how do you reach millions of people and billions of people, and how do you become famous in life? I mean, how do you really understand anything about life? I promise you, what you do is you push out information as much as possible. I mean, the more you push out information as much as possible, I promise you, the more people can actually see you. So what you do is you go online, you make sure you actually talk to people and you talk about yourself and other people so that people become much more aware about you. And that's what you can do on a daily basis. And you do screenshots of everything that you've been talking to other people with. So for example, if I talk to you on Messenger, I'm screenshotting everything, okay? And then I'm putting it on Mega Drive, okay? And now what is Mega Drive? I promise you, Mega Drive is an online storage where I store all my information. And now every single day, all I want to do is I want to meet new people on social media, and I want to express my story. I want to express my views. I want to express myself with other people. I want to socialize with other people online. And now the more you actually socialize with other people online, the more of a business you have, and the more you can actually deal with life on a daily basis. But that's the way to true riches, okay? Now, what's the true riches that I'm talking about here is the riches that is social, okay? And now you can learn so much social techniques with other people. And now some people, you must understand that they won't be interested in your product. But what you do is you message them and you make sure every single day that they have what they deserve. And now, if they don't understand anything about life, make sure you move on. I mean, make sure you understand that you're not meant to understand anything about life either, okay? The thing is that it's about socially interacting with people. And now what you do on Facebook or social media is you approach as many people as possible about your business. And now, what is your business? I mean, you must understand to have a business first. And now, if you don't have a business, then you say, Danny, how do I have a business in life? I mean, you make sure you understand that your business starts with your story. And all you're looking to do is give your story to people. I mean, send your story, your experiences, your way of life. I mean, your personality. Okay, and now when you expand that to actual worldwide fame for yourself, you must understand that maybe you don't want fame for yourself, but you make sure you understand that you have to express your story as much as possible. So what you do is telecommunication marketing with people, and all you're looking to do is learn skills, okay? I mean, you're looking just like Pokemon Go, for example, or Pokemon. I mean, Ash Ketchum goes to catch Pokemon, okay? But what you're doing is every single Pokemon in the world is a human being, okay? And what you're doing is you go up to a person, I mean, express yourself, and then go up to another person, express yourself, and go up to another person, express yourself, and keep going. And then make sure you have a business card, and just make sure that they can find you on your social media, okay? And make sure that you update your business card every single day so that it's up to standard, okay? And then what you do is you make sure you understand, eventually you create events around yourself and do it for free, okay? And make sure you understand everything for free. And that is the free road to actual business techniques and real business life. So make sure you understand that all you're looking to do is meet new people. I mean, meet new people in real life. I mean, meet people everywhere and socialize, okay? And the more you socialize with people, the more techniques and the more skills you'll learn and the more experiences you have in life. So when you talk to someone on a daily basis, I mean, make sure you understand to coach them about life and coach them about something about life. And what you do actually is always make sure you understand to always document everything, of course. And that way you're understanding that eventually that will pay off for you, okay? And what will pay off for you exactly is you have more friends and you have more people to talk to, and you also have much more of a online credibility for yourself. So make sure you understand that people are going to be watching you behind the scenes, but you have to do that on your own. And you have to understand how to expand yourself through other people, okay? So make sure you understand that it's all about word of mouth over here. So make sure you understand it's the easiest job in the world to do, but the thing is that eventually people in life want you to work 9 to 5 job as well. So what you do at the 9 to 5 job is you give your business card to everyone and you socialize with everyone. And if people don't like you giving your business card away, then say, I'm sorry. I mean, that's just the way I am. And just make sure every single day, make sure you understand to always make sure that you say sorry so that you can just move on from the conversation. I mean, you understand? So, for example, if someone has a problem with me and I say, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for what I've done. Because I understand that they are much more likely to love me when I say I'm sorry than when I'm saying that they're stupid, okay? I mean, make sure you understand it's much more that I'm sorry is much more better than you're stupid. Okay, so every single day, it's much more about building that technique. I mean, building that social repertoire. I mean, it's going to take time. And it's going to take time for you to actually expose yourself and to grow yourself. But you must understand that each eye counts, okay? And what counts is really, really what you're working for, okay? And what you're working for is greater awareness in the world. So make sure every single day that you're always socializing with people and socializing on a daily basis with people to understand that it's much more about living life in integrity. And now make sure you always flick a nice and beautiful business card at people so that people can see you, and then make sure you always make sure to delete them. I mean, make sure to delete them eventually so that you can move on and socialize with other people, and make sure you add friends. I mean, make sure you add new friends and make sure you go and correspond to a better way of life by making sure that you're meeting new people, but make sure you engage people first online. And now when you engage people first, of course, they're going to understand your business. And then once they understand your business, they're going to learn to trust you more because you're a free business, okay? And because free businesses actually prevail, okay? Because people are not willing to buy from you straight away. And you must understand that people buy from you when you are famous, okay? I mean, people buy from you when you are someone in life. I mean, when you are someone successful, then they're going to buy from you, okay? So make sure you understand that first you have to build that successful routine. And what you need to do is you have to understand that routine that you're building every single day is a perfect repertoire of betterness, okay? And you have to understand that you're not perfect, and you must understand that you are not flawless, okay? And you must understand every single day that no matter what, that you are someone who's flawless, and you're also perfect in some kind of way, in some kind of regard, okay? But what you need to understand every single day that moves on. I mean, every single day moves on from you, and every single day is moving on, okay? But what you have to learn is how to move on with the tide, okay? And make sure you understand that you have to go with the tide and you have to go against the tide as well sometimes. And you must make sure you understand something, that, for example, Jesus Christ went against the tide to get what he wants, okay? And you must understand that people out there didn't want Jesus Christ to make the Bible, okay? But the thing is, you must understand that that's the truth. And you must understand that somebody in his field of study, of Jesus Christ's study, was also somebody who betrayed Jesus Christ, which is that person which is the Iscariot. I mean, what's his name? I mean, somebody betrayed Jesus Christ from the 12 disciples, and Julius Iscariot, okay? And you must understand that no matter what, that he didn't want Jesus Christ to succeed, and he sold Jesus Christ for gold, okay? And you never sell people for money, okay? You never sell people for money, because that's slavery, okay? And you make sure you understand that you never work for money. You work for better social skills. You work for better experiences, and that's what you have to work for, okay? So when you're looking at the 9-to-5 job, you're looking for experiences. I mean, you're looking for social capacity over here. I mean, you're making sure that you can learn information quickly. And you must understand, you must be a fast learner. I mean, it's very easy to learn information, and the more you learn information, the smarter you are. I mean, the more you listen and read, the smarter you become. So the more you read, the more you earn, okay? And that's the true thing. I mean, you can learn how to actually grow yourself really quickly in front of people if you understand something, that the best way is leaving a legacy behind. I mean, the best way is understanding that your legacy is important, and if you don't do your legacy, I promise you nobody else will. I promise you must understand how to learn how to vibrate on a different level than other people. So make sure you understand, all these poker players are not doing much in life. I mean, you must understand, all the gamblers of the world are not doing much when they're gambling, okay? I mean, what's more important is a social occasion, okay, and the experience of that. I mean, you're going to poker because you want to experience that. I mean, you're gambling because you want to experience that. I mean, you're not gambling for money. I mean, you never do it for the money. I mean, make sure you understand that when you play poker, cards, or any kind of card game, you're not expecting to win. I mean, you understand? I mean, if you go to the casino playing blackjack or roulette, I mean, you're not expecting to win. I mean, make sure you understand that you're going to lose. And you must understand to always expect to lose, and always expect to make sure you understand that you learn how to actually grow from losses. I mean, you must understand, never gamble your money away. I mean, so recently I placed $150 on Arsenal to win at home, and they lost to Brighton. I mean, they lost to Brighton 2-1. I mean, you understand, because it was 2-1. I mean, it was 2-0 until the 90th minute. I mean, you must understand, the thing is that I lost $150, and I was trying to gain $100, but it's stupid. I mean, why would you lose $150 to gain $100? I mean, you're saying it's stupid. So I did a stupid thing, and you must understand, the thing is, I'm learning from it. I'm never gambling again, because the thing is that money doesn't satisfy me, but what satisfies me is enough money, okay? And you must understand that what really understands life is someone who doesn't know life. I mean, if you don't know life, you must understand that's the best way of life. And make sure you understand that in life, you have to understand to never hide behind who you are. I mean, you must understand to never hide your flaws. I mean, never hide who you are. Make sure you go do fashion photos in the way of life, in terms of the way you look now. So make sure you understand, no matter how you look, make sure that you're doing fashion photos for yourself, and make sure you understand to always vibrate on a better calendar for yourself to do better. So make sure you're always understanding to go and brand yourself as much as possible in front of people, so that you understand that you have to live a better life for yourself every single day. And you have to understand, no matter what, that other people are going to listen to you when they come up to you. I mean, in a sense, so I go up to Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ never goes up to me. I mean, in a sense, but Jesus Christ appeared in my life, and you must understand that Jesus Christ appeared in my life through information. And then I follow Jesus Christ. I mean, you must understand, Jesus Christ never follows me. But Jesus Christ understands also that he follows me in terms of my life, but he doesn't follow me in terms of habits. I mean, he follows his own type of repertoire. I mean, the thing is that God always follows you, but God's always doing his own thing. I mean, so you must understand to go and do God's thing. I mean, God's thing is spreading information in the world. And the more information you spread in the world, that's like you playing in the world. I mean, that's like the new play. I mean, that's the new imaginative play. I mean, you have so many people that you can talk to. I mean, you have so many things and events around the world that where you can go and experience something. I mean, go and play. I mean, go and explore. I mean, go and really, really understand that it's about exploring, and it's about traveling, and it's about making sure every single day that you have that nice and beautiful capacity to socialize with people. And make sure you understand every single day, go on video with people, and make sure you understand it's always about meeting new people and making sure that you're spreading information and spreading businesses every single day, and just understanding that no matter what, if somebody needs your help, make sure you help them in terms of words and move on. And that's it. Just do it for free and learn some social skills while you're at it. I mean, you understand? Because that's the whole point of living life. So make sure you're understanding that no matter what, the internet is a better opportunity for you right now than ever before, to make sure that you understand it's much more easier to succeed today than it ever was right now, that you understand that. And you must understand every single day that no matter what, every single day is going to be a new day, making sure every single day that you're doing your worth in life. I mean, make sure you're always doing something that's always going to be a nice and beautiful capacity for you to live life. And if you understand every single day, make sure that you're always doing something that's always going to help you to succeed. I mean, in a sense, so I'm doing this for a greater purpose, because you make sure you understand, I have no kids at the moment. I'm single. I have no wife. But the thing is that what if I get a wife? I mean, what if a child comes up into my life and a child wants to learn from me? I send them one link. I send them one link to my YouTube channel. I promise you, I'll change that kid's life. I mean, you must understand that no matter what, I can change my kid's life. I can change anybody's life as long as they're willing to learn from Danny Milivojevic. And now, not many people are willing to learn from me, and I understand that. But the thing is, you must understand that I'm just as good as anybody else in terms of giving information. And you must understand that no matter what, that Tony Robbins out there is much more successful in terms of life than me. But you must understand that my information is also as successful, and my information that I have is just as successful as Tony Robbins. I mean, you must understand. So when you are learning from me, I mean, expect to get the same information that Tony Robbins is giving you in a different way. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, that I'm somebody who's a life coach. I'm somebody who does a high repertoire of things every single day, making sure that I'm freelancing, making sure I'm always giving my thoughts out there I'm giving my thoughts out there as much as possible, because many people don't have that ability. I mean, many people don't have the ability to stand up on camera and to say something and to give words. I mean, you understand? I mean, they don't have that. I mean, they don't have the factor. I mean, you understand? I mean, they don't have that purpose or drive to be able to understand their story and to express the story. But I'm expressing my story through every single video that I make. I mean, you understand? My story is always never complete. I mean, you understand? I mean, there's so much to say. I mean, there's so much to do. I mean, there's so much information that I can give. I mean, that's the true eternal life. I mean, that's the true love that you want to give. I mean, that's the true life of essence that is inside of you right now. And you must understand to learn to express that. I mean, you have to learn to express who you are. So the best thing to do with that is to do it on video. I mean, do it via audio programs. I mean, do it via quotes. I mean, express yourself in any way that you can, because that way you have to understand that people are going to listen to you. And you must understand that my best work, I promise you, my best work is on video, okay? My best work is on video. And anything that's on video, that's my life coaching videos, is my best work, okay? And you must understand that anything other than that is my quotes, okay? My quotes is also my second best work. And then my third best work is anything that's in my nice and beautiful journal, okay? In terms of my writing journal, and then my audio programs, okay? And you must understand that no matter what, that it's just the way it is. I mean, you must understand that if you really, really want to study something that is really, really, truly beneficial, you must understand to always search up much more. I mean, be always intelligent. I mean, be always understanding that there's always someone out there that wants to help you with information, and you can get that information for free. I mean, you must understand to never ever give so much money for something that you can get for free. I mean, you must understand. So make sure you understand that no matter what, I've made some financial mistakes before, and you must understand how alone I feel when people get my money and they make me feel alone in my path. I mean, you must understand. And you must understand that if you don't engage, then nothing happens. I mean, you have to understand to engage, and you have to engage your learning capacity. I mean, you have to learn And you have to understand that if you want to learn business, I promise you schools today won't teach you business skills. I promise you university will not teach you business skills. I promise you university will not teach you how to leave a legacy behind. I promise you schools, in terms of high schools out there and public schools, will not teach you how to leave a legacy behind. I promise you they will not teach you business skills. I promise you they will not teach you the spiritual life. I promise you what teaches you the spiritual life is books. More books. More books. And the more you read every single day, that's going to teach you ultimately, okay? And make sure you understand that schools are never enough. You must understand that what's enough is a school of life, okay? So make sure you understand that life is always learning. You must understand every single day that the more you learn throughout life, the better you're going to become. So make sure you understand that many people are missing out. They're missing out on their true capacity. They're missing out on who they want to be. So who I want to be is a better version of myself. In a sense, so every single day I'm understanding that I'm open to it. I'm open to being a better version of myself every single day. And the thing is that I'm eventually going to achieve it. I'm going to achieve it again. And you must understand that when I was 5 years of age, you must understand I broke my nose at 5 years of age. And that's when I started to become my worst version, because I wasn't functioning at my best capacity, okay? So from the age of 5 to the age of 27, I was my worst version. I was my worst version, okay? But anything before 5, I was my best version, and also at 27 to 28 and to 29, I was my best version, okay? And you must understand that now, since I'm 29, I fell apart again, and you must understand I'm getting myself back on track. And why have I fell apart? Because my habits. I haven't been living up to the occasion of my knowledge. I haven't been living up to my knowledge, okay? And you must understand I haven't been setting the example that I have to be, okay? And you must understand that. Why is that? Because I understand that I haven't been achieving exactly my goals, okay? And why is that? Because you must understand that things in terms of my will has always gone downhill, and that's why, okay? And my will has been much more that I don't do good, okay? And that's my will, and my will says for me to do better now, but the thing is that my will soon will say do worse again. And why is that? Because it's like I'm not ready for change, okay? I'm not ready to change the person I am right now, and that's why, okay? And you must understand every single day. Why is that? You must understand, because I have to do better anyway. I have to do better anyway, okay? And no matter what, I'm understanding that if you don't live your best version, I promise you, you're not living life, okay? And now, am I living life? I'm living life to some extent, okay? But I'm also not living life at the same time, okay? I'm living life to the best version in terms of my capacity to give information. I promise you, that's my best version. But the thing is that also my physical body is not my best version. So my spiritual life is my best version already. I am my best version in my spiritual life. But my physical life is my worst version at the moment. My physical life, in terms of my body, is the worst version it's ever been, okay? And you must understand that it's right now, at the moment, you must understand that I have a better nose. And now I fixed my nose, for example, so that's much better. I can breathe through my nose. And thankfully I can, because to be able to breathe from my nose is a nice and beautiful thing, to be able to breathe through 2 nostrils. Because before, for 19 years, I was breathing through 1 nostril, and I was playing soccer as well. So the thing is that now, since I'm understanding that no matter what, that a spiritual life never ends, okay? A spiritual life is always going, and it's always everlasting, okay? So what you want to leave behind is a world full of knowledge. You want to be able to express yourself as much as possible, making sure every single day you have that nice and beautiful capacity to give information every single day, to make sure that you're always living life to the fullest every single day. So make sure you understand that no matter how I look, forget my physical body, okay? What's important is information, okay? So look at information. I'm only adding to your life. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm not asking for your money. I'm not asking for anything other than making sure every single day that I speak out as much as I can. And if you're willing to listen to me, that's the best thing for you. So make sure you understand that what I want to express myself, I want to express myself much more on social media, expressing my nature, expressing who I am. And I want to impact the world as much as possible in terms of making sure that my life is successful to the best extent possible every single day. So that's all I want to achieve. I want to achieve much more information in the world. I want to understand that God's doing the work for me, but I want to achieve much more Daniel Milivojevic in the world. I want to be greatness. I want to be making sure that my life out there is given every single day, that I'm always giving more than I take. And you must understand that I've already given more than I have taken, okay? I've given more than I have taken, okay? So you must understand that the government right now is giving me money. but I'm giving you a YouTube video, okay? I'm giving you spiritual life. I'm giving you every single day for the rest of your life and for the rest of eternity. This video is going on YouTube, and this video is going to be watched by somebody, okay? I mean, somebody is going to watch this video. Because every single day you must understand that I'm building awareness, and the more awareness I build, the more I get greater, okay? I mean, I get greater through the awareness that I give, okay? So every single day, you must understand that every single day has to always be a better day for you and other people. I mean, you have to understand every single day, you have to provide information. So the more information you provide, the better for you, and the more you're going to be selfless about what you're giving. So that's the whole point of being in eternity and making sure every single day that you're living that nice and beautiful life that's going to help you in the long run, okay? So no matter what, make sure every single day that you're always making sure that you're always thriving. I mean, you're thriving in information giving, because today a lot of people are slaves for money. I mean, they were just working for money. I mean, you must understand that they may have $70,000 in their bank account, but what's that going to do? I mean, you must understand they're still stuck in their 9-to-5 job, and they have $70,000 in their bank account, and they think that, I mean, and what they're actually looking at is a house. I mean, they're looking to buy a house to actually go and get themselves into a mortgage so that they can be in debt $400,000. I mean, why would you want to be in debt? I mean, why would you want to be in debt of $400,000 to somebody else to build some kind of house? I mean, it's the stupidest thing in the world. I mean, you never get a mortgage, never ever, okay? Never get yourself into a mortgage. I'm telling my kids, I'm telling everybody, never get a mortgage, okay? I mean, make sure you understand that whatever type of world it is, I mean, make sure you understand if they kick you out of the renting apartment, make sure you find another apartment. I mean, make sure you go and rent. I mean, rents only. I mean, make sure you never owe this, I mean, never owe other people money, because they're going to come after you. I mean, people are going to come after you and they don't care about you. I mean, you understand? They're going to say, you own this house, but we are renting it. I mean, they're going to say I'm pretty sure the banks right now are saying that you don't own that house. I mean, you don't own the real estate that you live in. I mean, do you understand? I mean, they own it from you as long as you are still paying it off, okay? So never, ever, ever get yourself into real estate unless you have 32 apartments or more. And now you must understand to always go and really, really reach out to go and find all these real estate deals, and just look at real estate deals and look at all this information, and just go and summarize what you can do with that information. I mean, if you grow, I promise you, if you grow your information, you will be able to prosper. I mean, you'll be able to go and make action happen. I mean, you'll be able to make action happen in your life. So if you want to really become rich, you have to understand that richness starts with health, and people who have their health are the richest people in their life, okay? I mean, make sure you understand that health comes first, and you must understand that information comes first, okay? And you must understand if you have more information every single day, I promise you, you're going to become a healthier person every single day, okay? So make sure you understand that no matter what, every single day has to be always the best day every day has to be the best day for you. But make sure you're always putting information and health first, okay? Make sure you understand that no matter what, that your health has to be up there in life, because eventually your body is going to decline and your body will decline. So what you have to understand that all you're going to be remembered for is what you gave in life. So make sure you understand that there are plenty of people out there who lived before the internet. I mean, they lived before the internet and they have nothing of, let's say documentation about those people. I mean, you must understand that, for example, those people who lived back in those days where there was no internet, they didn't document their life. I mean, they were looking at the ceiling, man. I mean, they were people who didn't have a TV. I mean, they didn't have air conditioning. I mean, they didn't have, they had some electricity. I mean, even before that time, they had no electricity. I mean, you understand? I mean, you must understand, there are people out there who lived in caves. I mean, they lived in caves, like the Aboriginal people here in Australia. They lived in caves. I mean, you understand? I mean, they were painting on caves. I mean, they were just humming in the caves. I mean, do you understand? I mean, you have to understand that these people lived some kind of life, but you must understand that they were doing nothing most of the time. I mean, you must understand that they were just living life. Just like when you see a dog, for example. I mean, a dog doesn't have to do the internet. I mean, the dog doesn't have to do anything else other than eat and be playful. I mean, understand? But you must understand that is all a dog does. I mean, you understand? I mean, dogs only ever just live life. I mean, they live life. I mean, you must understand that a dog and animals live life. I mean, they live life to the fullest, I promise you, because they're never doing drugs, are they? I promise you, no, I mean, never will you find an animal that does drugs, okay? I mean, first of all, learn from that. I mean, you must understand that you have to understand every single day that if you really learn information, I promise you, you're going to fly. I mean, you're going to understand, you're going to be able to go wherever you want to go. I mean, where do you want to go? I promise you, it's possible through information. I promise you, if you learn enough, I promise you, if you learn more than enough, I promise you, if you're learning more than enough, I promise you, you're going to fly. I promise you, you're going to fly somewhere. I promise you, you're going to go somewhere. I promise you, you're going to go to different worlds. I mean, you're going to go to different ways and different places every single day. So I promise you, the best thing you can do right now is every single day make more content and produce as much content as possible every single day, so that you understand you have to be always growing yourself and you have to always be helping other people to thrive, okay? I mean, that's the best thing you can do. So you must understand that, for example, when people ask me, Danny, what do you do for business? I mean, how do you make your money? I mean, you have to understand that the money I make comes from the government, okay? I get money from the government. I'm a disability support pension type of guy at the moment. I mean, you must understand that is how I get my money. I mean, you must understand that's a stupid way to get money, okay? But you must understand that no matter what, that I'm not stupid, okay? I mean, I'm on a disability support pension because I've been in rehab for 4 times now. And you must understand, because the doctor's given me disability support pension, he said, do you want disability support pension? I said, yeah. I mean, are you willing to give it to me, doctor? And he said, yeah, I'm willing to give you a disability support pension if you want it. I said, yeah, give me a disability support pension. And he wrote a letter to me. I mean, he wrote one letter and he said, take it to Centrelink. And I took it to Centrelink. I waited 5 months to get myself a disability support pension. I mean, you understand? And now, because I'm on medication for schizophrenia, I mean, why not? I mean, why not get yourself a disability support pension? I mean, you understand? So if you can get it for yourself. I mean, you understand? I mean, why have shame for that? I mean, so what? I receive money from the government. I receive $980 per fortnight from the government to do my work, okay? And now, what's my work? I mean, my true work. I mean, my true work is receiving the government's money and also receiving life, but making sure I'm producing as much information as possible, okay? And now, I'm not ashamed to be on disability support pension. And now, if I worked as well on the disability support pension, I'd be making more than teachers. I'd be making more than what teachers make at schools, okay? So the thing is that I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job at the moment. I'm not ready to work a 9-to-5 job at the moment because I'm on medication for schizophrenia at the moment. And the thing is that I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job at the moment. And that's just my desire, okay? And now, why is that? Because you must understand that I have enough money in my life to live life. And that's it. I promise you, I have enough money to live life. I mean, how much money do you want to make until you're happy, man? I mean, enough money is enough, okay? So you must understand that $980 in Australia per fortnight, which is about $500 a week, is more enough for you, man. I mean, it's more enough to live life. But I'm not paying bills. I'm not paying rent. I'm not paying electricity. I'm not paying Wi-Fi. I'm not paying for oil for the heating. I'm not paying anything in life other than for food and drink, and that's it. I mean, I'm just paying for food and drink. I mean, and if I go poker, I pay for poker as well, but sometimes I win much more money in poker than I lose. And you must understand that no matter what, I'm always up. I'm always up, and I'm always winning in poker much more than I'm losing. I mean, you must understand. So I lose more often in poker than I win, but I win more money in poker than I lose, okay? So you must understand that is how I play, okay? So you must understand that at the moment, if I told people I make money for a disability support pension, I mean, they're going to say, oh, don't learn from that guy. I mean, they're not going to have high hopes about me. I mean, you understand? I mean, if you, you must understand that the true way I make money, okay? The true way I make money is through making sure I produce as much information as possible. And that's it. That's how I make money, okay? And now, you must understand, that's just one sentence, okay? But the thing is that you have to understand everything I've said in life. I mean, everything that I've gave you in terms of information. You may be the first person that's been up on this video, for example, and you're looking at this video and you're saying, yeah, it's good information, but imagine what I've done. I mean, imagine all the information I've gave. I mean, you don't even know exactly what information I've gave to you. I mean, in a sense, so if you've just watched one video of my 800 hours of information, I mean, you must understand that no matter what, that I've taught way more than this. I've taught you exactly how you need to be in life to succeed, okay? So you must understand there's a lot to do. I mean, there's a lot to overcome. I mean, there's a lot to make sure that every single day you're prospering, okay? So make sure you understand that no matter what, that the real way to make money, okay, is to make sure that you're leaving a great legacy behind, because you must understand I'm not working for money. I'm not working for money. I mean, there are other people working for money, okay? And they're struggling in life, and they're still struggling. I'm not struggling in life because I have my dad at the moment. I have disability support pension. I mean, you understand? I promise you must understand I'm succeeding to some extent, and I'm making sure every single day that I'm always living life to the fullest, every single day. So no matter what, I'm always learning every single day how to grow and how to actually prosper through what I have, okay? So the thing is, every single day, you must understand that everything I've taught you up to now, you must understand that there's always more to give. I mean, you must understand there's always more to say, okay? So try to say the most. I mean, try to give the most in life. And the more you prosper and the more you give, the more you prosper, okay? And you must understand that all I'm been giving you is an attitude, and I've been giving you nice and beautiful theories about life, about making sure that you understand something about life in a different way, okay? So no matter what, there's always a way to move forward, and there's always ways to understand something about life. So the more you actually grow yourself, you must understand the more money you're going to make. But if you want to make true money, you must understand real estate is the way, okay? Real estate makes you the most money, okay? And you must understand that if you really want to understand Grant Cardone, he says never get yourself in real estate. I mean, he says never get yourself real estate that's below 32 units, okay? I mean, he says that, okay? So the only way to understand that, you have to understand that you have to go out there and you have to find those people who you can invest with, to make sure that they invest in you, to make sure that you have a real estate so that you can go and control that real estate, and so that you can produce income from that real estate. But you have to find those people, okay? And you have to find people, but first you have to find the real estate, and then you have to find an investor, and then you have to understand to go and make sure every single day that you manage that real estate. And then once you manage that real estate, then you have 32 units paying you money, and then you have a free life and you're set free. I mean, you must understand 3 steps toward that. And so what's stopping me from doing that at the moment? So I'm going actually to my mum's house at the moment. I'm going to Germany. I'm trying to get myself German papers at the moment to live life in Germany, okay? But the thing is that my mum's going to send me to the 9 to 5 work, and she's going to send me to work 9 to 5. And I have no problems with that, because I understand I'm not working for money. I'm working for experiences. I'm working for social life, okay? I'm working to have a social life. I'm working to have a better life for myself, and that's it. I mean, more money doesn't satisfy me. I mean, you understand? I mean, more money. I mean, how much money do you want, man? I mean, more money will not satisfy you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, less money, I promise you, less money will not satisfy you either, okay? But enough money, I promise you, enough to live life, okay? I promise you, that's what satisfies you, okay? So have enough money, okay? I promise you, Grant Cardone is always looking for more real estate, more things, more things. I mean, you understand? I promise you, he always wants more, because he's never satisfied. I mean, you understand? I mean, that guy's never satisfied with the life he has. I promise you, he always wants more and more and more and more. I mean, if you have enough, that's satisfying, okay? If you have enough of everything, that's more than enough for you, okay? So make sure you understand that what's enough for me every single day is to live life and to give more information. So when I give more information, that's enough for me, okay? You must understand that if I gave enough information in life, I'd be dead at the moment. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that I've given enough information, but I want to give more information. I want to make sure I'm giving more information, just like real estate, in terms of, just like Grant Cardone has enough real estate, but he wants more real estate. I mean, I don't know how that makes sense for him. I mean, he wants to do more things. I mean, you're saying, I mean, he has a dream. I mean, he wants to do much more than he's doing. I mean, he wants to make more events around the world. I mean, that's why his real estate funds all these activities. I mean, so Grant Cardone has 7 businesses, and 6 of those businesses doesn't account to much money, okay? I mean, the only business that he has that's really, really accumulating all this money for him is real estate. I mean, in a sense, so he provides 30 years of knowledge and experience in real estate to make sure that you have all the information in real estate. So if you understand every single day to go and learn from him as much as possible, I mean, learn from everything as much as possible. I mean, try to understand every single day that you have to grow yourself. So always be reading something. I mean, always be curious about something, okay? So that way you have to understand that, well, I coach my clients. I mean, you're my client, okay? You guys are my godsend, okay? So for example, no matter what, I mean, you must understand that I have a local shop, okay? I have an international shop, and it's all online. I mean, I'm doing everything online. But then on the side, how I make like plastic money is nothing compared to my online business, okay? And you must understand that on my online business, I do everything for free. I mean, I give information for free because I don't want to charge people. I don't want to charge people to live my life, okay? I want people to charge me, okay? I want people to start charging me. And that's it. I don't want to charge people for my information because I get all my information for free, okay? I get the money that I have. I have this whole life for free. I mean, everything that I've been given for free. I've been given a free life to live up to 29 years of age, up to 30 years of age, I've been living life for free. I mean, other people have been giving me money, okay? I mean, you must understand, other people have been giving me money for 30 years of my life. I mean, do you understand? So no matter what, that now, if it's time to work on 9 to 5 for a bit, I mean, to switch it up a bit, I mean, you must understand, I have no problems with that. I mean, I can go and work on 9 to 5 for a bit to make a kid for myself or to have a wife for myself. But I'm not going to chase a wife. I'm not going to chase a girlfriend. I'm not going to chase women, and especially beautiful women. I mean, as soon as I see a beautiful woman, approach, if I chase her, I have all these butterflies, man. I mean, as soon as I chase her, I know that she's too good for me. Okay, I know she's too good for me. I mean, she's on another level, man. I mean, you must understand that these beautiful women, when I see them, I mean, oof. I mean, if I chase her, I don't even know what to say to her. I mean, you understand? But if she chases me, I promise you, I'm high value, man. I'm the highest value when she chases me. But when I chase her, I promise you, she rejects me, man. I mean, you must understand, women reject you if you chase them. So I never chase a woman. I never chase a woman. So if you're a woman now, I will never chase you. I mean, you see, I'll never chase you no matter what. I mean, you see, you have to chase me all the way if you want me. I mean, you see, and now some of you women out there will say, no, I'll never chase you, Danny. And that's good with me because I can live life without you. But if you are willing to chase me all the way, then make sure you understand that way you deserve me, okay? So make sure you understand, for you men out there, make sure you never chase a woman, because a woman will definitely chase you when you're never chasing a woman. But make sure you understand that if you're understanding something, that a woman may never chase you, okay? A woman, I mean, maybe a guy chases you. I mean, you never know. I mean, you must understand, if a guy chases me all the way, I promise you I'll never be with him. I never be with a guy, okay? I'm not a gay person, okay? I'm gay in terms of happy. I'm happy, because gay is another word for happy. But I'm not gay in terms of having sex with guys, okay? I'm not a person who's not straight, okay? I'm a straight person. I'm someone who doesn't go for women. I don't go for men, okay? So the thing is that if a woman went for me all the way, I'd go for a woman, okay? So you must understand that way is all straightforward, okay? So if you have to understand something, be a straightforward person. I mean, explain your story, explain yourself every single day. So the thing is that, for example, when I see a beautiful woman, I never chase her. I see so many beautiful women that I'll never chase in my life. And you must understand that if I chase them, I put them on a pedestal, okay? I put them like they're high value, man. I mean, it makes me desperate. I mean, straight away, if I have to chase a woman, I mean, it makes me so desperate to chase a woman. So guys out there, make sure that you never chase a woman. And girls out there, make sure you never chase a man, because it looks desperate, okay? I promise you, it looks so desperate. I mean, you have to understand. I mean, you have to understand that once I went on an online sex site, and you must understand, I found this woman and I had sex with her, and she was Aboriginal. And you must understand that no matter what, that was the first time I had sex. Actually, the second time I had sex with a black woman. And you must understand that no matter what, I was so desperate. I was so desperate to have sex with someone. So I went on a date site. I went on a sex dating site. And I found this woman. I was like, after messaging for 24 hours, I found this woman. And she was coming over for about 5-6 times. She came over and we had sex 5-6 times or whatever. And you must understand that no matter what, that I got something from it. I mean, we both satisfied each other to some extent. I mean, but the thing, I mean, was it special? I mean, it was, I mean, you can say so. But the thing is that no matter what, that it was also not special at the same time. I mean, you must understand that sex is always sex. I mean, sex is always going to be sex. But was it to make a kid? Approaching? No. Approaching must, I mean, it was just fucking one night stands. It was just fucking, and that's it. I mean, you must understand that the thing is that while you actually do everything, make sure you understand to explain your whole story. So while I was having sex with her, we were watching porn together. We were actually watching porn together while we were having sex. So that's an experience that I want to give you. And the thing is that if you're watching, I mean, if you're having sex with your wife or if you're having sex with someone, make sure you understand to turn some porn on. I mean, make sure you put some porn on, and that way you enlighten yourself. I mean, make sure you understand while you're watching other people have sex, you're having sex at the same time, and it makes your experience a lot better, okay? So make sure you understand that no matter what, I'm explaining everything about me. I mean, you must understand that, for example, with the woman out here, in terms of the Serbian woman over here in Australia, I literally masturbated to 99% of them. I mean, 99% of them I masturbated to, okay? And the thing is that, am I ashamed to do it? I'm probably, you must understand that no matter what, it's better out there than nothing, okay? I mean, there's such beautiful women, I had to masturbate to them. And that was an addiction back then, because I was a teenager. And I was just experimenting, and I said, that's a beautiful woman, and I chucked a wank at her, and that's it. I mean, you must understand. So you must understand, if you just understand my habits and how I was, you must understand I don't do that anymore, okay? So make sure you understand that at the moment, I don't masturbate anymore. So I'm always growing myself the best way I can. I'm making sure you understand that eventually you're not going to be able to masturbate because you're going to be so weak to masturbate, and masturbation is going to be overcome by you very easily, okay? So make sure you understand that I have no sex appetite to go for a woman. I have no sex drive to go for a woman, and I'm on medication, but medication is not the reason that I don't have sex drive. I have a sex drive, okay? I have a sex drive, but I don't go for women to have sex with them. I mean, many guys are chasing women that they never want, okay? I mean, you must understand, that's so stupid. I mean, why would you chase a woman that you never want to be with, okay? And they want to be with the woman for just one night stand, okay? I mean, that's stupid, okay? I mean, if you want to chase a woman to have a kid. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's the best thing, okay? But the thing is that what's even better than that is make sure that men and women are chasing you rather than you chasing them. That's even better, but make sure that women and men are chasing you to give you a kid, okay? That's even better than everything else, okay? So if you understand my dad and mum, for example, I mean, they listen to me, but my dad has more negative things to say than my mother, okay? I apologize. So the thing is that my mother, in terms of life, is more positive in terms of communication, but my dad's more negative in terms of his communication. But my dad's more positive about me when I'm away from him, and my mum's also more positive when I'm away from her. I mean, in a sense. So the thing is that my mum's much more better of a communicator to me than my dad ever will be, okay? And you must understand why that is. And you must understand because my dad only loves me when I do things for him, okay? But he hates me. I mean, he hates me through words when I don't do things for him, okay? And when I want to do things for him, when I want to do things for him, he loves me, okay? I mean, you must understand that. So, so that's how my dad, Dula Milivojevic, is. And that's how my mum, Lucy Mandic, is. So you must understand that my parents are divorced. And I remember my dad, when I was younger, he threw my mum down 6 blocks of stairs. And my mum fell over. She was rumbling over she was turning over. I mean, she was falling over the stairs. And then she going, boom, with her head onto the wall, and it was a concrete wall, and my mum was all bleeding on the face. And I remember that as a nice and beautiful effect. And you must understand, it's not really a nice and beautiful effect, but you must understand that it's really just something that I remember in my life. And you must understand that it did traumatize me in terms of life. I mean, like, it made me go against my father in some ways. And you must understand that I'm not against anything in life. But the thing is that you must understand if you learn to express yourself every single day and you express everything you've ever been, I mean, tell your most embarrassing moments and let the world know. I mean, let the world know what you've done every single day. You must understand that no matter what, that you're always going to be a better person for that. I mean, you understand? So you must understand that every single day, make sure you're always moving on from everything and make sure that you're always doing the best job that you can. I mean, you understand? So every single day, you're always going to learn something new and favorable in life. So every single day, you must understand that no matter what, that every single day, make sure that no matter what, that you never ever do anything other than making sure that you're doing better in life, okay? So I'm moving on now. I'm making sure I'm always helping myself to love life because I've already said that. And you must understand that no matter what, I'm always learning from the situation. So the best way to build a business, guys, is making sure you're spreading that information into the world as much as possible. And you're doing that on a daily basis. And that's what you have to do. I mean, that's your job. I mean, your job is to create awareness about your business. I mean, the more you create awareness about your business, the more fame you have, okay? And the more people listen to you, okay? And that's what you have to do. And stay consistent, okay? Every single day, staying consistent about what you're doing and making sure that you're learning from it and you're reading along the way, okay? Reading and downloading and uploading things along the way is going to help you tremendously to actually live a great life for yourself. So if you want to do anything in life, make sure that you always help yourself to succeed the most you can every single day, helping yourself every single day to do the best job you can. And that's what you have to do. So no matter what, you go on social media from now on and make sure that you message everybody as much as possible. And that way you understand, make sure that you send out your business card to everybody. So make sure you do that for yourself because your information is important. And that way you have to understand to get to know people and make sure that you're always learning how to actually coexist. But while you're actually talking to other people, make sure that you're reading and make sure that you're just spreading love out there as much as possible. I mean, you understand, because that way you have to understand the more people are going to see you, and more people are going to recognize you, and more people are going to understand what you're doing. So that's the whole point. I mean, you understand. So no matter what, guys, make sure you're enjoying yourself every day and love your life.